The quinoa bowl has sweet potato in it, and the quinoa, black beans, all really amazing foods that have a lot of protein and have a lot of fiber, magnesium, potassium, all things that I think a new mother needs. Get some yogurt, plain, 3/4 of a cup. Next up, we're gonna get some lime juice in here. 1 small garlic clove, finely grated. I really want the garlic to kind of really dissipate in the whole dressing, so it's really important to grate it first. Let's get some parsley in there. Now, I've made this dressing with cilantro, but I happen to know that Duff does not like cilantro. For Duff, it's parsley. There we go. Goes right in. Get a little bit of salt and some peps. And then I think I'm gonna whisk this up really to get it mixed nicely. Try this. Make sure I'm sending over something tasty. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm gonna send this to Duff, just enough for the quinoa bowl. So there's gonna be quinoa and sweet potato and black beans, a little extra. I always like extra dressing. So I'll put this to the side for Duff and Jonna. Now I'll get the sweet potato started. I also want to bring out the really beautiful natural flavor of sweet potatoes, and you do that by roasting them. Now I'm going to chop these sweet potatoes into nice bite-sized pieces so they roast in the oven a lot quicker. I'll get them all chopped up, and then we'll get them in the oven. Sweet potatoes, they're sweet, and they're just really, really so delicious all on their own. Let's add a little bit more flavor, shall we? Let's get some olive oil on there. A little bit of coriander. It's going to add a really fun, kind of floral aroma in there. Get it mixed up. Some salt and some pepper. And then I'll get this on a roasting sheet and put it in the oven at 450 degrees for about 20 minutes until they're nice and caramelized. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. They're so beautiful and roasty. So, these are gonna go into the quinoa bowls. Quinoa, sweet potato, and black beans. So I've got 1 can of black beans here. Just put this right onto the tray, and then a little bit of soy sauce. Put that right over. That's gonna add some nice saltiness in there. And I know that Duff likes heat, so we're gonna get some chipotle. You can use any kind of hot sauce that you like. I like the smokiness that the chipotle adds to it. Everything's made. All I have to do is pack it up, and I can bring it on over to Duff and Jonna's house. So I'm gonna put together the quinoa and sweet potato and black bean bowls, and I made this quinoa earlier. It's so easy. Here, this is how I did it. Rinse 1½ cups of quinoa to remove its outer layer of starch, and then add it to a saucepan with 1½ cups water and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Bring that to a simmer over medium-high heat, and then cover. Reduce the heat to low, and let it cook until all the water is absorbed. That's about 15 minutes. Turn the heat off and let it stand for 5 minutes, then uncover and fluff it up. And quinoa is so good for you. It's gluten-free, it is high in protein. So I'm just put a nice amount of quinoa on the bottom, and then onto the sweet potato that we roasted earlier. Get that right on. I'm stuffing this nice and full. Avocados. There we go. Last but not least, some pepitas. Pepitas are pumpkin seeds. Lots of iron in here. New mom, she needs lots of iron. These have been already toasted. This just makes them nice and crunchy. So I'm gonna just pop this top on, then I'm gonna finish making mine. Oh, get out. The quinoa is nice and crunchy, the tenderness of the sweet potato, creaminess of the avocado, and then that crunch from the pepita, and then you get the tang and the creaminess from the dressing too. It is so delicious. I know they're going to love this salad.
The quinoa sweet potato black bean bowl.
Yeah.
This looks great.
It does. I'm excited about that sweet potato.
Me too. The quinoa, like, I think it's got the coolest texture.
It does.
Because it's like a little moosh, but then also like little crunch, crunch, crunch.
And it like pops a little.
Yeah, totally. Like, I dig it.